so fucking crusty. Everything. Okay, so I pulled one of the side covers off. Try to get the light around here and not wash the picture out completely. So you can see the inside. Just as crusty, if not crustier, than the outside. Look at that. Holy cow. I'm gonna give her a poke here. Just. But I'm not going to spend much time, look at that, cleaning that up, because it will not, I can't imagine any way that would get into the workings of the machine. One of the things I find interesting is if you look, you see right there, just around this opening, there's a thickened boss. And it's around all of them. And what I imagined was that was cast so that they could clean it up, grind the casting back or cut it back to that line, give it a nice fat ledge. Instead, what we have is these jagged, rough openings. Lots of Bondo. Let me see if I can show you how deep that is, just in this one spot. Sort of. That's a, what is this, number 3 Phillips? I believe this is number 3. And she pokes in there quite nicely. That's a little, but I mounted the base back on another, I don't know if you can see that in the film. None of the holes lined up. The 2 front bolts are canted backwards, and the 2 rear bolts are canted forwards, so there's nowhere you can slide it to get them all nicely lined up. If you slide it back, to line these front bolts up perfectly, or close to perpendicular, you can't even get the back one started, and vice versa for the rear. So, cleaned up this fairly nicely, as you can see. Interrupted cut, no fucks given. Interrupted cut, NFG. And not to try to steal AVE's term, I use NFG for no fucks given. And tonight I'm going to start playing with the table, which is also loaded right up with this sand and slag mixture, which I want to get off anywhere that it might fall into a machined surface. Also clean up that swivel ring. These actually, it might be because it's painted, not as bad on the base of the table. I'm still gonna give her a quick clean, but it seems like when I scrape this crusty paint off, it's there's been some attempt to clean it, whereas this, nothing, no attempt. So yeah, maybe with any luck I'll get the table set back on there tonight. The base is mounted to the stand. I did pull off the wipers, which were just stamped sheet metal, no felt, poorly fitted. They did get some of the larger crud that was on the ways, but they also rubbed and bound up. They were bowed, they didn't sit flush. So I pulled them off. That's something I'll look to upgrade right away. Maybe get a thicker piece of steel, and one of the first milling projects will be to mill that to size and then fit it with some felt wipers so I can mount those on the front and back of the saddle. Try to keep the big chunks of crap from grinding up my machine. Yeah, shocked at the Chinese quality or lack thereof. I'd always heard stuff, but never in a million years would I have thought it been this crusty. And that's a term I've used to describe this machine on a couple Facebook sites I'm on and Facebook groups, and people keep saying, crusty? What do you mean by crusty? That's what I mean by crusty. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll keep plugging along, and maybe one or two people will find this interesting. There it is after a quick cleanup. Those are about an inch deeper than they looked originally. They were all filled with that nasty sand. You can see the way he's got a scratch there. That could have been me. He also got some tool marks. A little light surface rust, no big deal. But you can see the... Maybe you can't. I can see in real life. Let's see if I can... Let's try to play with the lid. I'm still trying to figure out how to... Now, here's some nice tool marks. What do you figure that was cut with, huh? But I think she's ready to try to dump it back on. I'm kind of concerned what I've seen on the machining on both mating surfaces there. I bet you when I rotate it side to side, I bet I'm going to notice quite a bit of what do we say, run out, I guess. I don't know. Like if I tram everything in at 0 degrees, if I rotate it 30 degrees, I bet I'm going to have a high and low spot, a tilt to the table, because I just have no confidence in that machining. Good friend of mine, he's got a closing, one of those closing half-size Bridgeports, beautiful little knee mill. He keeps telling me, oh, it'll be fine, I bet it'll be fine. He hasn't seen the cleanup work. He helped me move it, get it loaded into the truck and get it home, but he hasn't seen the underside, the seedy, crusty underside of everything. Well, let's see if I can get this on without giving myself a hernia down here, basement and all. I do, but yeah, not preferred. But maybe try acetone, see if that thins it, but it's some sort of... See, that's scratching off. Maybe a putty knife would be the best bet. There's some thick, nasty stuff. But yeah, it's on. Next step. Whoa! Next step, new tripod. Next step, and that will be at least a two-man job. The column weighs a lot. Taking it off the base was a two-man job, and that was a controlled fall, controlled drop. It wasn't really graceful. So unless I want to take more of it apart, I did pull the y-axis scale. I'm going to lean this over and lay it on. So yeah, clever setup to space it off the base. Look at that, that's all Bondo. To space it off the base, they set washers. You can see the indent in the paint up there. Never seen anything quite like that. Look at that. There's an oil fitting, which would be completely covered by that y-axis scale. That's slick. It's the attention to detail I like about this machine. But table is on, and as crusty as could be, even after all that cleaning. All that grit and grime in there and whatever will polish it up over the years, right? I'll tell myself that and hope. Alright, well, that's it for tonight. I'm gonna have a beer. Oh, this was an earlier to-do list, but I never did cross off the last two things. Alright, thank you. Have a good night. Again, this is, I don't know if I've mentioned it in this video. This is the head of the machine. This is the, show it to you upside down. The zx50C drilling and milling machine from Shandong the Dong. Yeah. Shandong the Dong Ltd. Manufacturer number 15128. I wonder if there's a year in there. Maybe 12 is 2012. I know the fellow I bought this from said he had it sitting on a pallet for 3 or 4 years. But alright, more to come. Thanks for watching.